There's always been talk about gay rappers in the industry, and some names come up more than others. Someone asked, "Do you really think Meek Mill is gay?" And the answer from certain circles is, we all know it. Even Rick Ross supposedly knows. Growing up in tough environments, battling labels like Felon and fighting to reclaim respect, many artists face immense pressures that shape their public and private identities. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Orlando Brown claims he's known the real story behind Meek Mill's relationship with Diddy all along. For anyone paying attention, the rumors have swirled for years that Meek was Diddy's favorite, in a very personal way. You might recall that video where Meek was cooling off in a pool after what's been described as an intense encounter with Diddy, something fans have joked about endlessly. But Orlando Brown just entered the conversation to spill even more details. He's here to explain why Meek might have consented to this dynamic with Diddy, revealing layers behind the headlines that most people don't see. This isn't just about rumors or speculation anymore. It's about understanding the complexities and stories behind the scenes, beyond the flashing lights and music videos. The whole situation challenges the stereotypes and labels often tossed around in hip-hop, shining a light on the complicated lives many artists lead. It's a reminder that what happens offstage can be far more intricate and nuanced than what the public imagines. And let me tell you, what he revealed had me absolutely stunned. Here's the scoop. Meek Mill got caught up in a scandal when Diddy faced a sexual assault lawsuit from music producer Lil Rod. In that lawsuit, Lil Rod claimed Diddy boasted about sleeping with Meek and Usher, suggesting their cooperation could boost their careers. As expected, Usher didn't respond to the accusations. But Meek Mill? He hit back hard. He flooded Twitter with messages blasting black media outlets for pushing the story, insisting they were being paid to fuel the rumors. Meek was clear. "I'd drag any celebrity who tried something wild on me. No evidence? I'd still go off." He stressed his Philly roots, saying, "I come from a place where my people watch my back in this crazy industry. I don't do drugs like coke or Molly. Nobody even tries to offer me that stuff. And no one would come to me with any gay activity business. The whole city wouldn't let that slide." Yet, despite his forceful denial, the blogosphere exploded with coverage, as if expecting his response. As the drama unfolded, more so-called evidence about an alleged relationship between Meek and Diddy surfaced online. One particularly unsettling piece was an audio clip seemingly capturing two men engaged in intimate acts. The disturbing part? The man on the receiving end didn't sound pleased. In fact, he seemed to be in pain. This tangled mess of accusations, denials, and leaked content added layers of complexity to an already explosive story, illustrating just how messy and intense celebrity rumors can become when mixed with personal lives and legal battles. Rumor has it the two men involved in the controversial audio are none other than Diddy and Meek Mill. The recording allegedly took place during a private freak-off party. According to the person who captured the tape, he saw Diddy and Meek slipping away to a secluded room while the party was still in full swing. Curious, he followed them and caught what he described as sounds that prompted him to record the moment. With most partygoers passed out, the recorder pressed his ear to the door and captured Diddy apparently going all in, escalating the situation. When the audio surfaced, people quickly connected it to a video of Meek lounging in a pool, seemingly trying to soothe some discomfort. What made things even more curious was that Diddy filmed that video, thanking Meek for putting in that work. The phrase raised eyebrows, widely interpreted as an inside nod to their private encounters. Diddy's encouraging words, "What's up, King's son? Man, you're doing it.
You deserve it, Daddy.
Proud of you. I love you," further sparked speculation, signaling something more than casual praise. Adding fuel to the fire, Meek was reportedly following a Twitter page dedicated solely to videos featuring black men engaging in intimate acts, sparking even more conversations. Plus, there's an old track Meek recorded, hinting at undisclosed experiences involving Diddy. You might think all this would push Meek to retreat and avoid the spotlight for a while, overwhelmed by the embarrassment. But that's not what happened. Instead, he confronted the storm head-on, refusing to let the swirling rumors define him or derail his momentum. Meek Mill jumped into the ongoing feud between 50 Cent and Christian, only to quickly become a target himself. He accused 50 of being a snitch, saying, "You're federal, the streets in Queens know that. Why pick on a kid? Even your own son hates you." Meek expressed gratitude for celebrating his son's birthday away from the drama and warned people not to get caught up in the negativity, calling out those who profit from tearing others down. He added, "I've never seen black people laugh at other black people getting indicted. You're really just online helping prosecute." Unsurprisingly, 50 Cent fired back without holding back. He took shots at Meek's album sales and dragged up the persistent rumors about Meek's relationship with Diddy. 50 taunted, "You sold 6,000 copies on your last project. You shouldn't be on vacation. Still chasing the dream or embracing the nightmare. Props for standing by your man, though." Meek responded, but many noticed he only addressed the album sales jab, claiming, "My last project sold 90,000 first week. Expensive pain. Ross let me out of my contract for fun because we're rich and history runs deep." He also insulted 50's style, saying, "I don't even know how Cuban was talking to you. Your swag is whack." But when it came to the boy toy rumors involving Diddy, Meek stayed quiet. 50 didn't let up, posting a throwback video of Meek singing seductively to Diddy at a party with the caption, "I commend you for being a strong, supportive woman for your man, Meek. Stay by his side, and you may have a good life. God bless." Orlando Brown made it clear he'd spend a hefty $100,000 just to prove he has nothing to do with Diddy's drama. But he also dropped some heavy truths that can't be ignored. He recounted witnessing powerful industry figures notorious for exploiting minors, promising them career breakthroughs while crossing serious boundaries. "That kind of pressure makes you buckle," he said. "People have lost everything, family, children, because of this." Things took a darker turn when Orlando openly accused Diddy of targeting him personally, trying to turn him into his little twink. Unlike his usual playful demeanor, Orlando looked visibly shaken as he shared these painful memories. He claimed such incidents weren't one-offs but happened multiple times. According to him, one reason these powerful figures escape accountability is because some parents of the underage victims are complicit in the whole scheme. Orlando painted a grim picture. "Diddy gave me the goo mash, the scash, the smash. You know what I mean, daddy. And those adults, the moms, the dads, they're right there on TV commercials, Walmart, Target, they're out in the open. People are missing, yet these folks smile like everything's fine, but they're living a nightmare." He urged people to pay attention to what they see on television, saying, "The revolution was televised and nobody noticed." When questioned about Meek Mill's alleged relationship with Diddy, Orlando confessed he was not shocked, adding that Meek has identified as gay for a long time. Orlando Brown expressed that if Meek willingly allowed Diddy to be intimate with him, that was his personal choice. He doesn't believe Meek's relationship with Diddy was a strategic career move or industry favor, but rather something Meek genuinely wanted. Orlando went even further, suggesting Rick Ross might be involved in a secretive circle of gay rappers, implying that such relationships aren't uncommon. There's chatter swirling around with people saying things like, "I knew Orlando was playing crazy for his own protection, and once the feds had Diddy, he was going to sing like a canary, and I'm all for it. So glad Orlando is back." Others reflect sincerely, "Everyone has been calling Orlando crazy for years. I never thought he was crazy. I always thought something traumatic happened to him, and he was acting out. I don't think this man is telling lies. I think he's simply telling the truth." The conversation raises tough questions. What's your take on the claims about Meek and Diddy's relationship? Do you believe Orlando's account? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out another revealing video linked here for more insight into this complex story.